How's it going? So today is a special day where I've named my channel wrong. Today's the 13th. Anyway, I was not able to do the video game report last night on Friday, so I'm doing it today, October 13th, and hopefully I can like edit it while I'm streaming, because I will also be doing the Destiny raid all day. But let's get to it. It is another end of the week, so let's talk about what happened in video games this week. First big thing that happened is Black Ops 4 launched. Um, it looks pretty good. I wrote in my report that kind of have a mixed bag of feelings about this. I've always liked the Black Ops series and Treyarch as a developer. Um, I loved. I think I remember back when I played on the 360 with like dolphin diving and tomahawk throwing. I really liked the game modes that were in Black Ops 1, 2. Did I play 3? I'm not sure if I played 3 very much. Um, but this one, the first thing that I found out about this game back, way back in I don't know March or May or whenever they announced, was the lack of single player campaign. And I'm one of those weirdos who actually played the campaigns, and so uh, I, I, I felt, and anybody can tell me wrong. They can tell me everybody can tell me that they didn't get rid of it for the battle royale, but all I see is lack of single player campaign, and a new battle royale mode. So, you know, you can tell me all you want that those two aren't related and that no one ever plays a single player campaign, so we just put in we put our development behind a battle royale mode. But I'm always gonna see that like the battle royale mode took over the single player, and that always hit a chord with me, and because I actually played the single player campaigns. But the multiplayer looks awesome. Looks like the best it's ever been, down to the nitty gritty details of the active healing. I think looks really cool, and it gives people decisions to make in each moment. And you always want to give your players more decisions. The and let's talk about the BR mode. I think it looks really good. I mean visually it looks very good. It's got the Call of Duty polish on it to make it look beautiful. Um, and then yeah, it just looks like fun. It looks very PUBG to me, so I think they're going more for that PUBG side of things, and it looks better than PUBG does. So I could see why people who are like PUBG fans or BR fans are really switching over to the Call of Duty Battle Royale. Um, I don't like vehicles in my video games. I think I've talked about that, or not in my video games. I don't like vehicles in my shooters, typically. Borderlands maybe being an exception because you're not really driving very much and it's fun. Uh, Destiny and Halo both have like tanks that you drive around in every once in a while. Um, but yeah, I've just never liked the vehicles in my shooters. I always like boots on the ground tactics. Um, but what it eventually comes down to is where I wanted to put my money, and I decided to put my money on Assassin's Creed and Red Dead Redemption, the two games that are coming out sandwiching Call of Duty. And so I've got Assassin's Creed coming in soon, and Red Dead Redemption comes out next week, or maybe 2 weeks from now. Um, so yeah, I think I've decided to spend my time playing those two games rather than Call of Duty, but I could see why some people are going to play Call of Duty for the next 10 days and then buy Red Dead and split their time between both. But I have not made that decision. But if my November's free and there's a Black Friday deal, I might pick it up. So moving on, what else is there? Um, Speaking of Red Dead Redemption 2, like weapon customization, that's one of the details we got this week about all the crap you can do with weapons and to customize them. I think it looks really cool. I talked to a friend about how like Western simulator the game looks, and he was concerned about maybe there's too much stuff to do. which is a weird thing to complain about. But like, I can understand where he's coming from. If you know, I have to brush my teeth and comb my hair and wash my horse and feed myself and my horse. Like, I hope that Red Dead can make that feel fun, because otherwise maybe those moments aren't so fun. But I'm really going in for the story because the branching paths and every little thing makes a difference. That's really why I'm hyped about Red Dead Redemption 2. Um, Something about Facebook testing a mobile app for watching game streams. Surprised it took them this long, but um, yeah, I'm surprised it took them this long. I thought you would launch day and date with a mobile stream, but I guess they had to see whether or not Facebook streaming would take off before they invest money in developing an app for mobile. But that's cool. One of my favorite games last year, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. They have a scholarship for mental health that came out this week, and they announced that they're coming out on physical. I always like to see video game developers get involved in like some of the issues, and mental health is a really really important issue, and so I'm glad that and Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice already brings mental health to the forefront because that's what the game's about, and um, yeah, I just like seeing developers and companies get involved in that kind of stuff. What else? I'm gonna have to. Am I gonna go through everything else? No, I gotta. Uh, PSN users, which I am one of, people who are testing can change their names, and people who are in like the tester program, they can change their PSN ID for in November, I believe. What do I have here? Um, I lost it. Uh, oh yeah, it's so they can change their names in November. Everyone else should be able to do it in Q1 next year, maybe Q2. I don't remember. I don't quite remember. But the fact that you can change your name is coming, and that I do know, and I'm just excited for that because I was so flabbergasted when I changed my stream name that I couldn't change my PSN to match it because you can't change your PSN name. And I have friends who have had their PSN for 13 or 14 years, and you know when you're a kid, you can or 13 to 14 years ago, things you like just change. I'm surprised that you can't just change that. However, I think there's an opposite side of the coin where I think it's $10 normally, and then $5 if you're a PS Plus member. And I feel like that's not enough money to dissuade like super trolly or like baity or upsetting names. So yeah, I feel like for $5, people on the internet will troll. I mean, no matter what no matter how much it costs, I think there's going to be trolls on the internet. But I think you dissuade people by making it more expensive. Also, I'm arguing for it to be made more expensive, so I don't know why. So maybe Sony should make it more expensive so that people have to drop $30. I don't know, just picked a number in my head. $30 to change their name, so that it's like if you change your name twice, it's a game. You're pretty much it's worth a game. Um, a full $60 game, and yeah, I feel like people will troll with their names, and I'll see a whole bunch of names that I don't want to see, and it'll be annoying. What else did I see? Oh, finally saw. I think they had a closed beta, but I finally saw some gameplay for Overkill's Walking Dead, which I don't know when I figured it out or when I found out what the game is, but it's it's kind of like a Left 4 Dead. Like four players are running through trying to kill zombies as they make it through this level, which is kind of cool because we haven't had like a Left 4 Dead kind of game in a while. And I like the Walking Dead IP, so Overkill's The Walking Dead. I got how much? I don't know how long the gameplay is. I think it was like 16 minutes of gameplay, so I got to see that. So that'll definitely be in the link below. Um, what else? What up, fat kid? So what else happened? Let's see. Oh, Fallout 76, I think, had a influencer event, and people were able to capture and tell us their thoughts on Fallout 76. Uh, Some people said good things, some people said bad things. So I I don't know what I'm gonna make my own opinion, but I don't know which way other people are leaning, and I don't know if this casts some shade onto Fallout 76 because the multiplayer. One of the things that I think heard was like the multiplayer is awesome and the ability to play is awesome and the world is awesome, but there's no NPCs in the game, and so all interactions are either with real players or like stuff you find on the ground, like a holotape or books or something like that, and they that's how you interact with the world. So yeah, it seems like an interesting take. I like that idea of like no interactions with humans unless they're other people, because lore alert, like this should be the first vault that people came out into the wasteland. So yeah, for lore reasons, I think it makes sense because you're so far ahead of like where the first game exited the vaults, and it was already like establishing places that exist in the world. But for the other reason is the Fallout theme has always been like the lone wanderer versus the world, um, versus what's out there. And I always liked the idea of Fallout and lone wanderer, maybe finding a companion or an animal along the way. But yeah, I like the Fallout theme, and so that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. I don't know if I've talked to you about this, but I talked to everybody. I had no idea what Thronebreaker was. All I saw was like Witcher was attached to it, and I got all excited because I was like, "What's this new Witcher thing?" I think it's part of the Gwent card game, um, or at least developed by the same people. I don't know, but I've got 37 minutes of gameplay that I saw this week, and it looks awesome. So I'll definitely send a link for that down below. And then this week had a whole bunch of cool stuff that I saw. Um, there was, or a bunch of cool deals. I always end my report with like deals and pictures. I always show you the pictures and stuff. But this week there's if you buy an Xbox, which I'm planning on buying an Xbox sometime soon, you got a free Amazon Dot with it, which was cool. That was for both. That was for both the Xbox One S and One X. So that was cool. More more Overwatch Legos have surfaced, and apparently like the first set is out, and it's of oh god, Bastion. It's of Bastion. So that was cool. I saw a couple deals for Black Ops 4 being given away. There was a Newegg deal. I don't know what the details were on how much you have to spend or what you have to buy. It was probably like I feel like they did this before, where like if you bought a graphics card, then you got a game for free, and they're doing it with Black Ops now. Which if you're spending like $600 or $800 on a graphics card, sure, give me a free game. And then there was this weird UK deal where if you ate some fish and chips, you could you can get Black Ops 4, a copy of Black Ops 4 in the UK. That was super funny and interesting. Um, it's probably one of those like Taco Bell giveaways for the American folks out there. Um, but yeah, so pretty eventful week. Black Ops 4, a couple trailers, PSN, Sony's got some information out there. But yeah, overall, pretty good and heavy week in video game news. So appreciate you stopping by. If you've never seen this before, feel free to watch the other ones, comment on things that I might have forgot. And if you want, you can watch me. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you're not watching this live, you're watching this on YouTube. I appreciate you checking out my YouTube. Can you also check out my Twitch stream where I could always use more followers, or if you want subs. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, and hope you enjoyed the news. If I forgot something or you want to talk about anything, feel free to leave comments below.